racing together.
Here's Tony Bruno. Tony Bruno.
Hello there. They're out there listening, hopefully. It is the podcast. It's Tony Bruno. And I hope I can make it through this.
Really?
I never lose my voice. I've been very, very fortunate.
And that's a trademark voice.
This may be a first tonight, or I may have to pretend I'm Barry White. It is Tony Bruno. You hear Joe Corrado already in full effect.
Yes.
Periscoping before the show
That's
went
right.
on. Miss Robin is here as always. I've lost control of the, I usually lose control of the show anyway, no matter where I am.
Pretty quick tonight.
We're taking more and more things away from
Yes,
you, Tony.
I actually will not control the sound anymore, other than some of these stupid sound effects that I hit, like,
Ain't nobody got time for
and
this.
stuff like that. I will still have control of that.
Correct.
But now Luigi and Robin are handling the actual audio board,
Correct, and I'm actually training him to take that over completely.
teaching him yet another facet
Yep.
of dominating the broadcasting medium.
That's right.
First he started as an intern. Then he started screening the phone calls. Then he was an assistant producer. Then he's been on the air. And now he's going to go run the board. And then he's going to take notes.
He's going to the
and
White
then he's
House.
going to go to the White House. Exactly.
Yeah, you don't sound your normal self, Tony.
No, he
I have
doesn't.
to say.
I'm heavily medicated. I'm not even drinking wine tonight.
And I
That's
can-
how you know there's something wrong with
I
me.
know
In the
something's
6 years that I've been working with you, I can't think of one time where you sound this crappy.
I don't sound. Do I sound crappy?
Well, he's
you're
got
vo-
like the Quiet Storm,
Yeah.
Power 99.
No, it's on
after
the
midnight
Storm.
voice.
You're like a cross between Tony Bruno and Demi Moore.
Yeah,
right
I don't. No, and I don't. I feel okay. I'm a little weak, but I'm not going to cry because people get sick. But I don't feel like I'm sick.
Right.
That's what's weird.
Right.
I don't have. It's not allergies. We're in the Indian summer portion.
Yes.
One day it's 40. Can we say Indian summer? Is that politically
no, it's,
incorrect
Indigenous
now?
People Summer.
It's it used
Yes.
to be Indian summer when you're in fall.
That's right.
And then you have the cool weather, and then all of a
Exactly.
sudden it goes 80 one day.
Yeah,
That's
you
called.
should have reservations about using
Oh.
Indian Summer.
Way to take the low-hanging fruit there, Joe. Way to take the low-hanging fruit.
It was right there for me.
That's one thing about Joe. He will never miss
That's right.
an opportunity.
Exactly.
If I serve one up like a New
Yes.
York Yankee relief pitcher against the Kansas City Royals, that ball's getting slapped into the gap somewhere.
Right, exactly.
And congratulations to the Royals.
Yes.
And as I said last week, and Luigi did argue with me, Luigi
No.
Curto, by the way, who we were talking about just a few
never
moments ago,
have.
and the
Whatever.
great Nathaniel Dotson, by the way, who I will partially blame for my continued woes. Because I want to help. And Luigi has been doing a great job, and so has Nathaniel, has been working out in Boyertown, where he lives, in his 3-car garage. It's a big, but his brother has like carpeting in there, so his brother's in the carpeting business.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not going to feel any bad for anybody with a 3-car garage. I'm sorry.
But it's not like wide open 3-car garage.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
There's
You
a lot
still
of
fit
stuff
3 cars
in there.
all right?
They can't put 3 cars in there. They can't put any cars
Well,
in there, actually.
if the garages were empty, then I feel bad for him. But he's got stuff in there. He said.
No, his brother's got all his carpeting and all the padding for the carpeting that he does.
You'll be there one day. Don't worry about it.
So anyway, he's been working on the set for our new TV component that's going to be unveiled in a couple of weeks, and he's doing an amazing job. He's got all the, he's got the stuff that I used to have before I was all taken away in my ugly divorce. I still have I've got a reciprocating saw. I've got a chain. I don't have a chainsaw.
Mm-hmm.
If I did, I'd be joining Ash versus the versus the Evil Dead and doing that kind of vampire killing stuff. Actually, it's not vampires in Ash versus the Evil
No.
Dead. It's
Demons.
Demons.
Oh, demons.
They're demons.
Wow.
There's a difference between zombies and demons.
Yes.
About that. They're next level, I guess. They're like
Yes.
next level zombies.
These are people who just die and then become demonically possessed.
Oh, okay.
They
So
don't
it's the
become.
same idea as a zombie, but a little bit more evil.
Yeah, they're more evil because they're your friends and they turn right away and then they want to kill you and
And they
rip
can
your
still
egg.
talk.
Well, it's like real life.
And they're fast.
Yeah, yeah.
They're fast and they can
they're
talk.
not slow. They're not like walking like
They're like they zip around a little more. Right.
like on Walking Dead.
Kind of like when you walked here.
Exactly. That was me earlier with the. I may have to do something I've never done in all these years of radio. I've had tea on the air, so I'm going to have a green tea with some lemon and honey.
Oh, nice.
So just to show everybody out there that you must take care of your tools.
Yes.
A
Well, I
good
always
carpenter
take care of
takes
my
care of
tools.
her tools.
Yes.
A porn star takes care of her tools.
Well, or you could get your tools taken care of.
Well, that's a
Yeah,
different story,
exactly.
but you
I
got
was
to
just
pay
going to
extra
say, I
for
think
that.
a porn star takes care of somebody
And
else's
no, I'm not
tool.
talking about Lisa Ann again.
Right,
we
yeah,
went
yeah.
over that.
Have
a
that
couple of-
caveat in there, Tony.
Yeah,
please.
exactly. And by the way, ever since the whole Lisa Ann, Daniel Murphy thing, what happened to him?
Yeah, I
Went in
know.
the tank.
Boom, in the tank and gone.
Right.
Kansas City Royals go in and turn him back into Cinderella pumpkin at midnight.
Should have rode that thing out to the end of the series. man.
Exactly right, man.
It's his
Literally.
own fault.
Literally speaking. Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Allegedly.
literally speaking.
Exactly.
Can we say that?
Hypothetically.
Is it possible to put those two words together? in a
We
sentence?
can put
I don't
anything
know.
together. We can do whatever we
It's like
want.
Scrabble for Stunaj in here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is the podcast. We thank everybody for joining us live on Mixler. When we do it every week, we're live for the 2 hours. And then, of course, you'll hear it on Podcast One on a replay starting on Thursday morning. Nathaniel Dotson shoots the video portion on the YouTube channel, which you can see usually every Friday when he slaps it up, flips it, and rubs it down, puts it all together. So we're out in his place yesterday. We drove out to Boyertown out in the suburbs. I mean, it's way out there. It's way
yeah.
past Pottstown.
Yep.
You thought Pottstown when we
I
went and
thought
did
that
our
was
Rita's
far.
we did our Rita's Water Ice in Pewtown.
Jesus, that was a hike.
This is way past there. But I've been to Boyertown. It's a great area. It's rural. It's beautiful. There's like no light, so when you're driving at night, you can see the stars like
nice.
they're right there.
Especially this time of year.
Oh man, it's
Can't see the
gorgeous
deer
out
when they're
there.
hitting.
Oh yeah, all the deer come out. The cats are chasing the rats, and the. So anyway, we're
Cats in the
working.
cradle.
So Nathaniel's been building this amazing set. A lot of it is used to carry our equipment because we lug the equipment. We're our own roadies.
Yep.
So Nathaniel probably thought, hey, this guy, I'm doing all the work, and he's sitting back in Philly. I'm out here in Boyertown. I said, I'm going to go out. I'm handy with my. And so we went out. We got the drills out. Robin was spray painting all the chests and things where we're going to store our equipment, the
I know.
roadie boxes.
Now, poor old me. Now I have a numb thumb or numb finger.
Yeah, because he's using a spray can, and when you spray 4 cans and you're holding on the spray all the time.
Yeah.
Seriously, I cannot feel my finger.
What is that called? Can finger? What do you
I don't
call
know.
that? Stink finger? I don't know what it's called. What do you
I
call
don't
that?
know. So,
That's a different injury.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
No, people love you, man.
starting to get
Wait,
it
we have
nice.
people breaking into the apartment now.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
we
all
do.
right.
Just bursting, but don't touch the cameras
He looks
now.
suspicious.
Don't mess up the set. We'll get to you in a moment, pal. But I gotta play this from the Kansas City Royals World Series because we had the Chase Utley in 08 in Philly, and guys get up at World Series victory celebrations and they say crazy things. And Chase Utley said, "World bleeping champions." Remember that?
Yep.
That's right.
World effing champions, he said. And that's all people remember. They don't. Do you remember anything else that happened to that World
Not
Series
really.
parade?
Not the parade, no.
I think Pat Burrell had his dog out.
The dog, yeah.
He had Elvis out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when he puts the leather on, that's what people remember about Pat Burrell. Don't care about his stupid dog. They care about him being the machine.
Right.
Yes.
Before Burt Kreischer was the machine, Pat Burrell was the machine. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get barreled.
I don't know who was the machine first. I think Burt Kreischer might have been the machine first, but
But he wasn't the love master first.
Yeah.
No,
That's a
there's only
little
one.
tease.
But you're right though, Tom, because nobody does remember anything else from that parade other than world bleeping champions.
So we go to Kansas City.
Oh wait, no, there is one.
What?
And locally, that's from Jarrett. Can you ride the Gooch train?
Well, yeah, but that wasn't at the actual celebration party.
exactly.
That wasn't actually there. So anyway, I digress. We go to the world. I want to play this because I'm sure a lot of people have heard it. But my favorite moment, because Johnny Gomes
Yes.
has played for the Atlanta Braves with the Red Sox, right? Won a World Series. Did he win 1 or 2 there, Johnny Gomes? He's bounced around. So he didn't even play for the most part for the Kansas City Royals this year. He was a bench player,
Right.
a veteran guy on the bench.
He was the dugout rah-rah guy.
He was, and he actually, some of the younger players, he took them under their wings, and he was a positive force.
Right.
So then he grabs the mic last at the World Series parade in Kansas City. Did you guys see this? Did you hear this Johnny Gomes thing? It's phenomenal. He pulls out the American flag, and then he walks up, and he grabs the mic and addresses the crowd in Kansas City in front of Union Station.
Johnny go, Johnny go, Johnny go, Johnny go, Johnny go, Johnny go.
Please take a moment of silence for the heavy hearts that we gathered in our clubhouse and outside of our clubhouse. Please understand what everybody had on their back for a minute. Moustakis, CY, Volquez. Understand, please give me a moment of silence. Unbelievable what those boys did. It's unbelievable what they did. It's unbelievable what they did. They stole bases, they hit homers. Hey, guess what? Not on our team. Beat them. Rookie of the Year. Not on our team. We beat them. MVP of the whole league. Sorry, guys. Not on our team. But we beat that guy, too. Do you know why we beat him? Because all y'all people had our back. And Dayton Moore put this team together. And Yost delivered it by being a captain of the ship. Y'all want to be politically correct? I'm the unpolitically correct person. We whooped their ass.
The mic drop there. How great was that mic drop? It was a throw. It was a mic toss. It wasn't a drop down. He didn't want to break it.
Got to be gentle. Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the guy gets ripped on Twitter because because waving an American flag is now not cool.
No,
anymore.
God forbid.
Especially in America.
Not cool. Why would we want a guy waving an American flag?
Right.
Celebrating the World Championship of Baseball.
No, we can't have that.
It's ridiculous. But anyway, give it up to Johnny Gomes. Walk on, walk off. The walker. He's been here before. Wait a minute, we don't have the mic on now, Robin. See what happens when I don't have control of the horizontal and the vertical? It's like the outer limits. Remember the show? We control the horizontal.
By the way, we need more mics
Wait.
and more seats. I brought you people.
Wait a minute, the mic's not on here for a second here. There it is. Now we have
The
it.
wrong one potted up.
Testing.
Oh, he picked
there
up the
we
wrong
go.
one. That's okay.
How about that
It's
one?
potluck.
Both
They're
of them.
they're
Both of them are on it.
both
Both
working
on?
together.
Yes.
Yeah,
What do you think this
I
is?
feel like the Catskills. Is this thing on? Is this on? Come on now.
The Catskills.
Get it together.
Actually, it's funnier in the Catskills, actually. I haven't been there in a while. So at least so far. I mean, hopefully it gets better.
I was going to tell you a joke to make your hair fall out. I see you already heard it. Is this on? Is this on?
He's been here before. The last time he was in the city, we actually
Oh.
put him in the little room in the back where we're all huddled around.
Yeah, he was
that
like
was great.
sitting on the futon,
Yes.
squished up against a box.
Oh, but now.
But now, look, we got
Yeah.
lights. We've got a big set. Well, we
I
don't have
wasn't
the set.
expecting this.
The set isn't even. The set's being built. The real set for when we take this show out into our actual theater, the Tony Bruno Theater, is
That's-
being built right now.
It actually doubles as a blackjack table, just in case
Exactly.
everything goes in the tank.
And a bathroom.
But we're taking it. We're not going to.
This is going at the top of my resume. This is way above the Tonight Show.
Exactly.
And
Who
it
needs
I get to
should
tell
be.
people.
Steve?
I get
Who
to
needs
tell
all
people.
these-
I was on. I'm not even on Into the Night. I'm in front of a sign that you're using from the past because you couldn't afford another one.
No, we're working on a
because
new
you're
sign.
doing podcast, not radio. So you said, you know what? Let's just put the sign up from before.
No,
I
you know
still
what's
look the same. Bald men always look the same till they're dead.
Yes.
So you
But
just
you know
use
what's even
that.
better? The logo of the actual station that Tony was on at the time has been covered over with duct tape.
Oh,
That's what you do.
so
Yeah.
you didn't even pay for this either.
Oh,
This
no.
is done by those people who are now duct
Exactly.
taping over.
But
Exactly.
the reason, let me explain the reason why we have this, is because we got all these wires, and that's just to dress up the front. We don't have any like black sheets to put over there, so we're
That
gonna make
and
it
Robin
look
is
good.
wearing no underwear and a skirt.
Exactly. Neither am I.
And that's a whole other show.
And I haven't even introduced the
That's
man
given.
who's been talking here.
Yeah, who's talking?
He is
over
the
here?
love master,
The porn
Craig
star.
Shoemaker, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
porn star.
The
Last
love
time-
master.
Last time I was here, I
Yeah.
gotta tell you, it was one of my favorite shows I've ever done.
It's hysterical.
And then what pissed me off was, then I'm reading Robin's tweets, and it says, "We just had the greatest show we've ever had," and it wasn't that show. It was someone else. Here I thought I left it all on the table.
Close
I thought,
enough.
how could you come up with anything better than that?
Well,
Meet
Charles
the-
Barkley was on the next week.
I
and
thought-
It
I
wasn't
thought
even
Craig
Barkley. It was somebody else that she
It was a
said.
proctologist we had on.
I know.
It was some asshole,
Exactly.
or some guy who's in an asshole.
Exactly.
So yeah, and I was so excited.
And it wasn't even Lisa Ann.
I thought it was the show that you had ever had, and here, like 2 weeks
Blame
later,
Robin. Don't yell at me. That's
cheating
Robin.
on me
Come
and
on,
telling
Robin.
me it's a. How could you? Top?
You know what it is? You were when we were still with the other company. When I made that tweet,
That has
it was
nothing to
when
do
we
with
were
it.
with
Oh, you're trying
Podcast
to-
One.
Oh, I
Right,
got
so
it.
this
we're
is
feeling-
new.
yeah.
This is your first appearance on Podcast
On
One.
Podcast
This
One.
is
This is official.
And I'm already not quite to that person yet.
Oh,
More
absolutely.
to come, though. He's
Yeah.
a famous actor, by the way.
I
You know
know.
who that is?
I can't see.
James Russo.
Is
Absolutely.
that James Russo?
Yes.
What's he doing here?
He's with us. He's hanging.
Why?
Because he heard about the Tony Bruno show on the elevator. And he turned-
on the elevator.
He says, where are we going? Where are we going?
Wait, is he
dinner.
another L.A. guy or is he a local guy?
He actually lives near me in L.A., but he's friends with Tony Luke.
Did he tell you wait in a car like Donnie Brasco? 'Cause that was,
he's
that was
Donnie
my favorite
Brasco.
line. I know. It was my favorite line. Wait in a car.
The first time I ever saw him was Extremities.
All right.
I think she burnt.
Was that Farrah Fawcett in that? Yeah.
I was in the stage version of that. I won an award.
Did you get burned?
No, Robin.
Yes.
Really? Is that where we're going to go now? Really?
You brought it up.
It's a segue.
I brought it up? No, you brought it up. We're on a roll here. And then she always stops the roll by going, I was in a stage production of that. You should have seen it. Can I go into the bedroom and get my award for you?
Actually, she does have it in the other room.
Were you the one burning the guy at the end?
Yes.
Oh, that was
yeah.
you?
That was me.
So he was the star of Extremities and many, many other movies.
Absolutely.
I know.
How about
he is.
Django Unchained?
Great character.
I didn't see Django Unchained. Don't mention Quentin Tarantino.
Don't mention Tarantino.
Because I'm a big supporter of our local police.
And then, who's over here is Grant Shaw, the star of one of the biggest characters of all time.
Murphy Brown.
Yes.
Brown.
Miles Silverberg.
We know
So
him
he's
well.
over here. We're all going out to dinner. We thought we'd stop.
We met him before. Haven't we met before, Grant?
Yes.
Yeah, I see Grant. He's like hiding in the back
in Ocean
there.
City.
He's like hiding. I can't see him. I'm in the darkness here.
I'm
I'm in the light. You're in the darkness.
Ocean City, just so people know, I get a vacation home there every year, and at a party. You
Yes,
guys came
a couple years
down,
ago we were
Grant was there, and then Tony Luke walks in, and I had all this stuff that I put out, right? My little macaroni salad, and he comes in from South Philly with rolls. Everybody like tossed my salads away from
Wait,
California.
we had your I don't remember tossing your salad that night.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, we're on a new network. Watch it.
That was Atlantic City, not Ocean
That's
City.
about as far as I can go on this without getting in trouble.
Tony
Luke's going to do comedy?
Now, let's get
Yes.
Tony Luke on
Tony,
here for
come
a
on
second.
over
Let's
here.
bring him over here.
Come
Ladies
over
and
here.
gentlemen, one of our great friends.
Tony Luke.
From way back in the day.
From across the
back.
hall.
He's my neighbor.
James Russo's here. Craig Shoemaker.
We want to get them on as well.
Grant's here. I feel like Bob Marcucci. Just bringing everyone together.
See, that's the kind of delivery you need for the stand-up. That's
Craig's-
going to
you know,
work.
Craig calls me up. He goes,
That's going to work.
Craig calls me up. He goes, I got a great idea. What can I do to embarrass the hell out of you?
I didn't say that.
In front of a bunch of people. Open up for me, he says. Open up. I'm like, I don't have any material. Like it matters.
That part I might have said.
Like it matters.
No, I said, I'll coach you. I mentor comedians all the time. I said, this is a great thing for you because, he's a celebrity. He was on national
He can
television.
sing. The guy's a great
He's a singer. He's an
He's
actor.
an actor. He's done movies.
Yeah.
He's done everything.
Invincible, The Nail. Yeah. So he's done it all. I said, why don't you do comedy? Because then when you're on these shows, you'll be a bada bing, bum, bum, boom. And when Robin makes a comment, you're going to be able to boom right back at her. See, that's what a comedian does. So I'm trying to train him like a boxer. And he is a former boxer. So I'm trying to change him. You want to try your material out here?
No, I do not.
Now let me ask you this.
I'd like to bomb in 1 week just once.
No, it would be twice.
And then Craig,
last
Bill's-
night at dinner, my eyes were bleeding. If you could have seen Russo's face when he was
Now let
trying
me
his
ask you,
material,
Tony.
you
Now,
gotta
because
change
comedy's
the
not
opening
easy. I
line.
mean, I'm pretty quick with it, but I could never do a comedy routine because I couldn't remember
Not
the
if I
bit.
train you. Why don't you go on stage too?
No, I could
train
try,
you?
but no, because I would forget the material. Seriously,
he's
I'm one
writing
of
it
those
on his
guys.
hand.
Somebody
He's gonna
tells me a
write it on
great
his
joke,
hand.
I won't remember it 30 seconds later. Seriously.
Write it on your hand. That's an old trick.
No, I just used to.
He's
do
always
phone.
moving his hands. He's Italian.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
this. I would go like,
Yeah,
wait a minute,
he'll
where
be
is it? On this
stuttering.
side? No, but
Of course,
it's hard.
tomorrow it's going to get all smeared on Tony when
Exactly.
he's performing. He's going to be
Now-
sweating like Sarah Palin taking a history test.
I mean, everything
is.
he's ever done. So now, are you confident
Normally.
about this, Tone?
No, I'm scared shitless. plus, I did the routine for Russo yesterday at the table, and I said, is there anything I should change? He said, how about the whole routine?
Other than that, it was great.
He said more than that.
It's great to have close friends that
It's reverse
tell you
psychology.
exactly how
But
they
you know,
feel.
to me, and I'm not a comic, but the best comics that I've ever seen. That's why Craig is just telling. You're telling stories. It's not like the old Henny Youngman, take my wife, and then there's a follow-up, or the guy who actually had it all down. And I remember seeing him on Carson back in the day, and that was Rodney Dangerfield. Rodney Dangerfield had a series of jokes, and when he ran out, that was it.
Yeah, he was that way in real life.
Yeah, I mean, but
Can
I
say
remember him on
something dirty
Carson.
on here? Can I say
Well, what?
something
Don't drop the F-bomb, though.
No,
You
I
can say
won't.
everything
I won't
else.
drop the
Okay.
F-bomb.
All right.
First time I ever
Your
met
son's over here.
First
I mean,
time
we
I
can't
ever
have
met
that.
Rodney
that- that-
Dangerfield.
Mhm.
He opened up with a joke. I walked backstage. I'm playing his place in Vegas. Me and two other comedians. Actually, Tim Allen was there. We walk backstage, and he's literally completely obliterated doing coke off a woman's breasts.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Yes, he's got 2 women. He's got lines on their breasts, and he's got the straw in his nose. And I had never met him before. It was a perfect opening line. He goes, "Hey, how you doing, guys? You know why I do this? 'Cause I can." It's a great way to meet Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
If you're going to meet Rodney Dangerfield,
He was real reserved.
You might as well have a good story,
Yeah, off a woman's breast.
Right.
It was fantastic.
Now, are you recommending Tony does that, but to loosen up tomorrow night, or whenever he's on Friday night?
Snorting coke off of Craig's chest. Why do I do it? 'Cause I can.
That was his opening line.
I did it.
That was
You're
his
Shoemaker
Shoemaker
Ben
did it
Curlin
better.
there. You should do his Ben Curlin
Russo
impersonation.
goes, Shoemaker did it better. Thanks, Jimmy. Great friends. Thanks.
So he did it for us last night, and I rewrote his opening line. Just do the opening line.
No, I don't. There is no opening line
No,
there.
the opening line that we wrote.
The best got to
part.
be an opening
I texted
line.
it to you.
That's what the
Then you're
people
going
want to
on
hear.
stage.
I don't remember what you text me. I'm not doing an opening line.
No, you got to do an opening.
No, I'm going to come out and go, you know what?
No.
I'm a little
here we go.
depressed. I gained like
That'll
15.
That's a real feel good.
Yeah,
That's
there you go.
the comedy move.
you
You're
go.
the first one on stage.
Depressed.
I'm a little depressed. Now
Wait a
people
minute.
are
Every
throwing so
opening-
off at you.
Wait just to be
Every
around.
opening comic I ever seen comes out and says, "Yeah, I'm depressed."
Yeah.
That's what the opening guys do.
No,
They
they
come
don't.
out
They
and tell
do,
you,
Shoemaker.
yes, they do.
No, they got to be
They
the
talk
high energy
about
guy. They gotta
I
be
just
like,
broke
"Oh,
up with my girlfriend. My
Right.
mom
My
just
dog got hit by a
died.
car.
Open with that.
No.
Yes, you
I've heard it
do.
all the time.
Did he say that for you?
Will you listen to me? I'm going to say
I'm a little depressed.
depressed.
And you will be after
Yeah.
this.
You're not already.
But doesn't the opening act have to suck, really?
No,
To build-
no.
You never want the opening act
So
to
you're
be as
saying he's
good
doing
as
his
the, as
job.
the headliner?
Listen, let's
do
get
90
it straight.
minutes,
I
don't
am
forget
not
him.
going to
They're
suck.
going to forget him fast, okay?
I will not suck tomorrow.
I know you
I
won't
mean,
if you
Friday.
use my opening line.
I
will you?
don't remember.
God, you're
What was
stubborn.
it? What was it?
About your mom. I mean, about the little-
No, I'm not using that line.
I'll do it for them. I guarantee I get you.
Just
laugh.
test it.
Here's
Test
the
it right
line.
here.
Okay, we're
Test it right
testing.
Do the
here.
line. Do
We
the
are your
line.
test
This is
audience.
like a laboratory podcast.
Not do a line.
We are
do
your
a line.
mice.
Here's what he wants to do. He wants me to start saying, I'm used to being heckled, which opens up the floodgate
No, it doesn't.
to be
To
heckled.
hecklers, yes.
Right, that's what he wants.
I would never do that.
That's what he
I
wouldn't
wouldn't do that.
Oh, you know what? I'm
So
used
go
to
do it.
being heckled.
Well, maybe he wants you to play off the crowd then.
You
You know.
missed the opening line, though. You go, okay, it's my comedy debut, but that's all right. I'm used to being heckled. I grew up in South Philly. Now,
Oh,
go.
there you
I
go.
don't remember.
There you
Do
go.
the
They
line.
both approved it.
Do the line.
Now you do.
I
the
don't
line.
remember.
Really? I wrote material. You just tossed it all out. This
No,
is thousands of dollars. These are gems that I was sending you.
This should actually be the routine.
All right, you
It
want
should. This is
You want to
really
hear? You want to hear this?
Yeah, let's hear the
He walks
opening.
on stage. He goes, "All right, it's my debut. It's very, this is. I know this is tough, but listen, I'm used to being heckled. I'm from South Philly. Yeah, even in Little League, it started in Little League. I hear, hey, you suck. Hey, get a, you blow." And I said, "Listen, Mom, I'm trying to pitch here.
That's
Oh
that's
my
good.
God.
That's good.
Look
That's
at that.
classic. That's good.
Yeah, that'll
good.
work.
That got a genuine
I
laugh.
like
I
it.
did it as you with
You're
the
a
broad chest and the
comedian.
hands.
Here's how it come out with me.
I'll go.
You know what? I'm used to being heckled. I grew up in South Philly. I remember playing Little League ball. I'm trying to pitch. I hear, yo, you blow, you suck. I'm like, easy, Mom. I'm just trying to throw the
Good. Perfect. That was good.
We're all
That's
rooting for
good.
that.
Then Tone, immediately drop the mic and walk off the
Yeah,
stage.
exactly.
That's it. It's over.
The what?
No, I don't want to tell you.
You know what? I'm trying to be a good son.
Here we go. Look,
I want to see my mom. I try to see her at least once a week. So 2 weeks ago, I go see my mother. I go in. She's all excited. Anthony. I'm like, what, Ma? She's like, I found the perfect diet for you. I'm like, what's the diet? She goes, Weight Watchers point system. I'm like, what's a point system? Here's the beauty. Every food has a point. You get so many points a day. Once you finish those points, you're done eating. So I'm thinking, great. What if I'm still hungry? She goes, that's the beauty. You could borrow points from the week and eat that day. So now it's Thursday. I'm starving. I have no points left. And I'm eating portions of food like I'm in Shawshank Redemption.
There you go.
So who comes over? My cousin Petey. He's like, hey, Tone. Yeah, I know a guy. You're out of points. $50. 300 points. Italian.
That's good.
That's good stuff, and I love the anger.
Is that mic long enough?
So I'll introduce them. Both big actors. You've seen them for 30-year careers, both of you, right? Yes, 30.
That long?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that mic on? Is it on?
Is it on?
Make sure the mics are on, Robin.
I think.
Get all these damn mics on in here. Okay. See what happens? I leave the controls. I used to run this until this week. Now I'm not running the sound, and it's
I
all.
never knew that.
Is that working
Really?
now?
Yeah, I run everything
I
here.
never do that.
It's an outrage.
So these guys, Russo's here doing a movie in Philadelphia.
Which one? Are you doing the sequel to 12 Monkeys? Are they doing a sequel to that? No, I'm kidding. It's always on late at night.
What's the name of the movie? Oh, Hometown Hero, with Eric Roberts.
Oh, really?
One of my first impressions I ever did was Eric Roberts.
Really?
I used to do Eric Roberts from Pope Greenwich Village, mad about his sister's career. How's your sister doing?
She took my effing career, Charlie. She took my career, Charlie. It hurts so much, Charlie. She should die. She should die, Charlie. It hurts so much. I can tell you.
It'll also be.
You know, how many times can I do that? I haven't done an impression in 20 years. What
There's
a
a little
setup.
bit of my left foot in there, too.
Oh, my God, it was great.
We talked about that last night. If you want to win an Oscar, you just have an affliction, be from England,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
Or both. Or both.
Oh,
or
if
both,
you're,
all
if
the
you're
above.
both, like Hawking, like the Hawking character this year.
Yes.
He was an automatic.
Yeah.
So if you're voting on the Oscars, so I used to do a bit about, you could do porn. You know, Titanic, did you know that DiCaprio was the only one not nominated? But if he was Sling Blade, he would have been nominated.
There's a big hole in the boat. Water's cold, water's deep.
Sling Blade got lots of nominations.
Exactly.
And in My Left Foot, he could have done porn and won an Oscar.
I can't touch my car.
He'd win. That's all he did the whole movie. Right? Okay.
Now, wait, I got to ask.
Enough of that. Those
So
are,
you're
those
in
are my
town
bits
shooting
for
a movie.
my first CD, which just went cardboard. I'm very excited about that. So
You're in town doing a movie. Did you know he was coming in town to do comedy?
I did.
we live around the corner from each other
Oh,
in
okay.
L.A.,
But
but
you
we
didn't
never
just
see
happen
each
to
other.
come-
We only see each other here.
But you didn't just happen to come in on the same plane to shoot a movie while he's in there
Almost.
doing comedy.
Almost. We
Really?
tried to get on the same flight.
Yeah. So
What's this, a 2-day shoot? Now, how long is this
We went
movie?
for 2 days, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're not like the lead actor? Eric Roberts is...
No, there's like 5 scenes, so they're
Oh,
jamming
okay.
them all in because they have no money.
He's from here, but you're not from here, are you?
New York.
Okay, close enough. We'll let you go in, even though the Mets lost.
We're recovering.
Are you still recovering from the Mets losing?
Yeah.
How about the Royals, though, man? They kicked your ass.
They were great.
I mean, it wasn't a fluke. You know, the thing about sports is if you lose a game and it's like, but they were dominant. I mean, as good as the Mets were against the Cubs, that's how good the Royals were against
Great
the Mets.
hitting team. I
Yeah, they
mean,
really
they
are.
were hitting everything.
You have to be happy for Kansas City, too.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I got a lot of friends in New York, and I bust the Mets fans. Who, you know, they bust my chops when the Phillies suck or when the Phillies. So it's a New York Philly back and forth thing.
Did you really hear that Kirk Gibson? Because I thought he had cancer. I thought he was sick.
I saw it today, and I'm making this up.
they
It was
might as well
legitimate. It was not on. It was on. Well, like one of the ESPN or sites that the Dodgers are interested in bringing Kirk Gibson in to be the manager.
Bring Lasorda back.
one of the greatest moments of my life was I was there for that home run.
the whole
and I was
running around the bases.
I was in the booth next to 4 legends. I mean, can
Wait a minute, I
guess
wasn't
any
there
of them?
in that booth that
I'm
night.
talking legends in comedy, which
Who
you
was
said
there?
you've never done. Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, Don Rickles, and Bob Newhart.
Wow.
And there I was celebrating, hugging them, and just jumping up and down with 4 legends is amazing. And I told them, I saw them at Ruth's Chris, 2 of them who were still alive. I said, that was a great moment for me.
That was so long ago, actually.
I think your non-comedy is rubbing off on me. I don't know what the hell. I was
That
on
was
a roll.
so long ago.
I was on a roll until you sucked the wind out of the room.
That was so long ago. Larry King actually was awake when the Dodgers won that time. Did you see him during the Dodger series earlier in the playoffs? He's sitting behind home plate, and he was like falling asleep. Larry King, because he's a season ticket holder. And you know who else sits right next to him that nobody even recognized?
Mary Hart.
Mary Hart from Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
I'm pointing her out to Robin. And I actually took a picture because they were showing, and Larry was like yawning during the game because he was right behind home plate. So every time they had the shot of center field camera at the plate. There's Larry, and he wasn't cheering, he wasn't clapping, he wasn't rooting for the Dodgers, but he's a Dodger fan, and he was yawning, and I got a picture of him yawning, and I posted it.
I actually hung out. He did a pilot of mine.
Larry
called
King?
Straight Eye for the Whipped Guy. Yeah, he came to my garage. I'll never forget. He got dropped. It's called Straight Eye for the Whipped Guy. Yeah,
Where did you get in your garage?
we made my garage into like a guy's den because we were going to de-whip people. And he shows up in a limousine. He walks up my driveway. Do I wear the suspenders? So I said, sure, put them on, Larry. And we de-whipped him because he says, I have 13 rooms at my house, and I have one chair. And even that, she's redecorating. so we brought him a Rottweiler, and we, try to butch him up because she runs him.
Well, of course.
I can't believe that didn't get picked up.
Why? That's a great show, Straight Eye for the Whip Guy. What are you talking about? We de-whip people. We put him in an airplane and told him to fly it. By the way, you ever try Viagra?
No.
I went to the pharmacist to investigate it. I said, can I get it over the counter? He goes, yeah, if you take 2 or 3. Tony, I try to give you that joke.
Yeah, why don't you use that one, Tony?
You ever try Viagra? I'm pissed at this stuff. I'm angry. How much it costs? I said, can I get it over the counter? That would be genius if you did that tomorrow.
Won't work.
I would even remember that. I would remember that joke.
By the way, Sean King is 55.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So at 55, I mean,
How old's Larry? Larry's close to 80 now, right?
90.
Is he 90? No, he's not 90.
No. Let's get back to people that are going to be living next week. So we have Grant Shaw.
How do you know I'll be living next week?
At least a legitimate chance.
Grant Shaw was on Broadway recently.
Now, what are you doing up there?
That is my world.
Grant, what have you been doing? Tell us.
Broadway with Matthew Broderick, right? What was the name of that play?
No, that was years ago.
Oh, you don't need to say that. You don't need to. You two. Let's go up there.
He lives in Wayne on the main line. He doesn't care about anything anymore.
I got a Starbucks all day.
He goes to Anthony's coal-fired pizza up there, right?
I'm writing a script.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's writing a script.
Now, Murphy Brown was a huge show, and obviously we all remember it. Brown was a huge show, but the Murphy Brown experience, was that the great, because obviously from a hit perspective, that was a monster hit show.
Yeah.
Does it bother you when people only remember like the big hit and don't remember all the other work? I mean, that's the way human nature is, obviously, but.
So I did a pilot with, I did a series actually with George Wendt after he had been on Cheers. And we were talking, and he said, he went up to Lorne Michaels, and he said, everybody just wants me to do Norm. They just want me to do Norm.
Yeah.
And Lorne Michaels said, George, if you don't go away, we can't miss you. Because he just wanted to go right from Cheers into, other stuff. And yeah, exactly.
Right.
So you kind of have to go away for a while.
Right. Well, I think his character, Miles Silverberg, was, I'd say, top 20 of all time, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, when you think about it, it's amazing that. But you ever nominated for an Emmy? We were talking about that last night. Why? Did other
Bad
people?
Publicist.
Did other people? Were other people on the show nominated or win Emmys?
Oh yeah.
They all were.
Yeah.
All of them?
Yeah. Huh?
They all had personal high-end publicists.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, you were anyway. Yeah.
The publicist gets you the Emmy?
Well,
not your work?
It helps.
You have to get your face out there so that everybody.
I got to fire my publicist too while I'm at it.
Oh, you need a publicist to get your film into like Sundance now.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, you got to get buzz. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, back with the comedy.
This is a new record. How many people we have on the show today?
I know.
1, 2, 3,
He's the
4,
artist formerly known
8.
as Tony Luke. It's Tony Luke Jr.
Wow. I'm giving my whole act away.
Nobody's listening.
You know what?
What do you mean nobody's listening?
They turned off the radio by now.
How many? Is anybody still listening, or did they turn off?
We got plenty of people.
Yeah, we
listening.
actually have more people listening.
Plenty of people, and
People love train wrecks.
They're
Plenty of
They
people.
love train
Tony,
wrecks.
people are asking for it now. They're like, say it. Come on, Tony. Go ahead,
All
say
right,
it.
all right.
Go ahead.
Say it.
Here we go.
I just joined LA Fitness. They give me a trainer, Bob. He says to me, I swear to you, I prefer you call me Robert. I'm like, hey, Bob, as much as I'm paying you, I'll call you Dick if I want to. And then his job is to motivate me. He jumps around like a jumping bee going, you can do it, you can do it. No, Bob, you can do it. You're 2% body fat with a six-pack, and you're 12. Now, the guy who signed up after me, he gets a trainer, Bambi. That's his trainer. 5'8", big boobs, tiny waist, perfect ass. That's motivation. She gets Bambi, I get Bob.
Wait, but why is your head down, Craig? Why is your head down? You're supposed to be encouraging your student.
I am. I'm laughing.
You're with your head down? And
That's
you're
how
doing
I
a
laugh.
face palm? You're doing a face palm while he's doing the routine that you helped him master
Try
together?
not to look at him. I don't,
The audience is going to be looking at him.
I don't want to distract him.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm his mentor. It's like the Padawan. The Padawan doesn't look while he's fighting with the Jedi sticks. He's not going, I'm going to look at my coach. No, he does his thing with the Force. He's got the Force going.
I got the Force.
Now,
forced out of helium.
Now that LA Fitness. Now, Tone, is that LA Fitness joke the second one after the first? Was that your second?
On Friday, the Death Star we will see.
Wait. Is the LA Fitness routine the second?
The LA Fitness routine is right after I do my mom is calling me that I blow.
Yeah, so that's the second joke?
Right. Then I say, you know what? Feeling a little strange because I gained 15 pounds since this morning. But it's okay. I joined LA Fitness.
Okay.
What are you laughing about? It's not funny. See, even the Italians now talking about Italians aren't laughing.
See?
Sensitive. They're sensitive.
They are.
I don't think
They
it's
are.
funny.
They are very sensitive.
It's like Joe Pesci in Goodfellas, right?
Exactly.
Do I amuse you? Right? That's what it's.
You don't think Joe Pesci's funny?
He's very funny.
But he's not supposed to be. That's what makes it funny.
You know, I ran into him at a golf course, and he's like a fan of mine, but I didn't think he remembered me. And I go, "Hey, Joe, it's," and he goes, "Craig Shoemaker. Hey, look who it is. We're just talking about you, prick. Come over here." So, and then what was great about it was, it looked good. Justin was there, my son, and then my other son, who loves his favorite movie is Home Alone. And I said, it's his favorite movie, and he busted into the scene. He goes, I hate kids. I chew your fingers down to the bone. And my son takes a pause. He goes, did the fire hurt when it burnt your head? It was really cool. But he's very funny, but not as a comedian.
I think there's a difference. There's a difference between being an actor and being funny and having the lines written for you and knowing when to pause and when to have the dramatic moments, even as a comedic actor, as opposed to being on stage and being, quote unquote, allowing yourself to be made fun of.
That is absolutely correct. There's a big difference between Friday and Invincible. There's a director, there's lines, and if I do it wrong, he goes, do it again. Do it again. I can't go up and go, so I'm used to getting, I'm sorry, shit, let me do that again. So I'm used to getting, damn it, I just can't get it right.
Take two.
In the meantime, I mentioned the Ken Wiz, and did you see Tony Romo was out throwing in practice, but he can't play against the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday Night Football, the next game as we get into Week 8, as we're halfway point of the season. Romo technically cannot come back, even though he's allowed to practice and go out there and throw. He cannot come back until Week 11, so that's 3 more games, November 22nd, against, I believe, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're playing the Cowboys. So the Cowboys have lost 5 in a row. They've got 3 more without Tony Romo. Even though he's out there throwing, they can't pull a fast one, and all of a sudden he's in the lineup.
Is that the Thanksgiving game he's coming back for now?
I think it is.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
So he'll be playing his first game Thanksgiving Day. And, we see this all the time. Coaches, the Patriots do this better than anybody. And the Colts just got in trouble for not giving accurate injury reports in the NFL. And Bill Belichick is the king of it.
Oh, yeah.
He just says, oh, yeah, this guy didn't practice. This guy's not this guy.
Oh, remember, Brady's been on the injury report for the past decade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he gets away with it. And you know what? When you're Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, you can get away with anything you want, except Deflategate. And then you get away with it, you get in trouble, and then you get away with it, and you go out, and then you win 7 and 8 in a row, and nobody cares anymore because you really are the best team in football. And Tom Brady is without a doubt. I was looking through earlier today.
Yeah, this is great stuff.
All of the I'm thinking about all the bad quarterbacks there are, and how everybody cries about, well, if we get the top pick. It's like the NBA. Fans always think if you're in the lottery, if you're the 76ers, you're a bad team, you're going to get in the lottery, you're going to get that one superstar, you're going to rebuild your team.
Like it's a slam dunk, it's going to work.
And we know it doesn't. And it's just, that's the way it is. Football's the same thing. Football's just now, obviously, you don't need 5 superstars in the NBA to win. You need that one linchpin, and then you add pieces around it. In football, the one linchpin piece is the quarterback. There's no other sport where it's more, because you can have an all-world point guard in the NBA, and he could be your star. You can have a great center. He could be your linchpin. You don't have to have a center, shooting guard, point guard, power forward. It doesn't matter. It's the next superstar, regardless of position in the NBA, is the guy you build your team around,
Yeah,
right?
because in the NBA, one guy can take over an entire game.
Exactly. But in football, the one guy that you need more than any other guy
It's the quarterback.
is the quarterback.
And that's undisputed. There is no other more important position in any sport in the entire world than the quarterback of an NFL football.
And I went back and looked all the way back to 2003. Actually, I went back even farther than that. 1983, the greatest quarterback draft of all time. We can all agree with that.
Absolutely.
That was Elway went first. Todd Blackledge, who had a pretty good career, not a Hall of Famer. Todd Blackledge out of Penn State was the 7th pick. Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer, the 14th pick. Champagne Tony Eason, remember?
Yeah,
he was good with the Patriots, but people don't remember him because of Brady.
Right.
But Eason was the 15th pick. Ken O'Brien with the Jets was the 24th pick, and the 27th pick was Dan Marino.
Yep.
Those were the 6 #1 draft picks in that draft.
Unbelievable.
3 guys Hall of Famers. The other 3 guys pretty good. They weren't certified stiffs like a lot of the guys.
No,
we see.
they were pretty good. They had nice careers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you go to 2000, the greatest pick of all time in the history of the National Football League. 6th round, 199th pick in the draft. The 7th quarterback actually picked in that draft. So there were 6 quarterbacks taken in front of this guy, and I'll tell you who the 6 quarterbacks were that were taken in front of this guy I'm talking about. Tell me the 6 quarterbacks taken before Tom Brady was drafted with a 199th pick in the 6th round in year 2000.
All right. Well, the first one I know is Giovanni Carmisi.
No. He was the 2nd pick.
Okay. Oh, Chad Pennington went first.
Chad Pennington was the first.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to
overall
give me an
pick.
order. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see if I can do them in order. All right. So Chad Pennington.
Giovanni Carmazzi is the guy we're thinking of, yes. Who, by the way, went on to have a great mozzarella making.
Absolutely.
He made some fine. He worked for the Bruno brothers, I think, for a couple of years.
He made that all right for himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Giovanni Carmazzi, yeah.
It's the only way he's going to make people happy on Sunday. I'll tell you that right now. See, I can't remember exactly the order, but I know Spurgeon Wynn was in that.
Spurgeon Wynn went right in front of him. Spurgeon Wynn, the Cleveland Browns took Spurgeon Wynn.
And he was a Division II quarterback.
Yes.
Okay. Spurgeon Wynn went. T. Martin out of Tennessee.
Correct. A Louisville guy.
Redmond?
Chris Redmond, correct. One more. And a guy who had a pretty good NFL career.
Oh, man, this is going to kill me.
Mark Bulger. All went ahead of Tom Brady. Mark Bulger went ahead of Tom Brady.
That's right. He went to the Rams that year.
Yep.
That's right. Mark Bulger. He actually made a Pro Bowl. He did all right.
That's impressive, Luigi.
That is impressive. Let me give you a round of applause.
I can't believe I got Bulger.
Obviously, Blake Bortles is okay in Jacksonville, but they're just a bad team.
They stink. Yeah.
Then you got Teddy Bridgewater with the Vikings, the 32nd pick. Johnny Manziel's going to start now.
He is.
Because the guy who's not even
Starting
supposed to be good is hurt.
Josh
McCown, one of the Flying McCown brothers. So Blake Bortles was the 3rd pick in 2014. Johnny Manziel was the 22nd pick. Teddy Bridgewater was the 32nd. Derek Carr went in the 2nd round, 32nd pick, and is obviously doing a great job for the Raiders. And then Jimmy Garoppolo was taken by the Patriots on a flyer at the 62nd pick. So he's sitting there backing up Brady right now. Will he eventually be the successor to Brady? Not if Brady plays another 10 years as he says he wants to. You heard that the other day, right?
Yep, I read it.
And we were talking to Tom Brady's family at the Super Bowl, who I run into every time I see him. And they tell me that Tom Brady takes his nutrition and his fitness more seriously than any athlete I've ever met. This guy
He's not dropping off, I'll tell you.
No, he's not. He's not losing arm
strength. Not even a little bit. Nope.
He's not losing. He's a fitness
stronger.
freak. He is stronger.
His arm looks like it's gotten stronger.
Yep. He's an amazing. And you know what? When you think that guys say I want to play 10 more years, usually those are guys who are near the end and they're shot. Tom Brady, I wouldn't be shocked.
Well,
now, I don't know why he would.
We talked to Tom Brady's brother.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying when we were in Arizona at the Super Bowl. He was telling me that his exercise regimen, his fitness, his diet, everything he does right. You think he's got a supermodel wife and they're out in the south of France and they're just getting fat. He doesn't shut it down.
Well, he was saying that he had a new fitness coach that was running him through a completely different set of exercises that was making him stronger. And he was saying that he is stronger now than he was 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, you see pictures of him when he was drafted. He had body fat when he was at Michigan at the Combine. Did you ever see those pictures?
Muscle tone.
That's why he went in the 7th or 6th round. Nobody thought he was a physical specimen because he wasn't.
Here's a little trivia question. What they all did, they had like the quarterback camp. when they're in high school. Like
was that the Andy Reid pass, punt, and kick thing? No, that's when he was 12 years old.
Whatever the heck it is.
And he was like 2 bills by
They're
then.
in high school. Tom Brady was roommates with 2 guys. Both of them went on to have amazing professional careers. Do you know who they are?
Well, I know Barry Bonds went to the same high school.
No, but they're
not the same age group. But you know they went to the same high school?
No,
Sarah,
that I didn't know. So
Sarah High School out in the Bay Area.
You're giving me a little knowledge now, but I'll save it to get it. It might take you forever to get it, but he was he bumped with Peyton Manning and the 3rd quarterback, Alex Rodriguez.
I did not know.
About that.
It's great
They
knowledge.
all shared the room right there, brother.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Blaine Gabbert, who's now going to start for the Cowboys. Blaine Gabbert, the 49ers, 10th pick in the draft, stiff. Is there any doubt? In fact,
no doubt.
He's statistically, and these aren't personal shots, Blaine Gabbert has statistically been ranked the worst quarterback of the last 10 years based on number of games played and his quarterback overall rating. It is absolutely horrific.
No, if you remember any of the times that he started for the Jacksonville Jaguars, his numbers were absolutely.
Well, he was on a bad team too.
Yeah, but still, that guy couldn't complete a pass to anything to anyone.
5-22 is his record as a starter.
He won 5 games.
He won 5 games in his career. Out of 52 players, this is out of 52 quarterbacks, he was dead last with a quarterback rating of 22.6, the lowest, worst in the last 10 years in the NFL. And now the San Francisco 49ers have benched Colin Kaepernick to hand the ball to this guy. Listen, God bless him. If he goes out and plays well, I'm not going to sit here and cry. I don't have any personal agenda against Blaine Gabbert. He was taken as the 10th pick. My point is that when you take guys high in the first round, it doesn't mean anything. You look, Andrew Luck, 2012, first pick. Ryan Tannehill was the third. RG3 was the 2nd pick. Looked like the second coming, right? Ryan Tannehill was the 8th pick. So those 3, Ryan Tannehill was the 8th. You know who the 4th quarterback taken in the first round that year, 2012? Brandon Weeden, who was benched in Dallas trying to fill in for a couple of games for Tony Romo. And then Russell Wilson in that same year. 2012 was pretty good. Luck, RG3, Ryan Tannehill. Russell Wilson, the 75th pick. Nick Foles, starting quarterback, the 88th pick. And Kirk Cousins. These are all the starting quarterbacks right now. Luck, Tannehill, Weeden was, Russell Wilson, Foles, Kirk Cousins was the 162nd player picked in that 2012 draft in the 4th round. So the point is that you could take a guy in the 5th round, you could take a guy in the 6th round, and they could turn out to be good players. But when you throw all your eggs in the Matthew Staffords and the Sam Bradfords and the Tim Tebows, who are all first-round picks, you don't know what's going to happen with any of these guys.
No, it's a crapshoot with anybody, Tone.
Cam Newton was the first overall. All those guys. Luck is up and down now because his team's terrible. They just fired their offensive coordinator.
The line's horrible.
And he's got talent. The thing about Luck that really is frustrating, which is why they fired their offensive coordinator in Indianapolis, is that they've got weapons.
Yeah,
it's not like Andrew Luck has an. Obviously Trent Richardson was a stiff, but they've moved on from him.
Sure.
But he's got talent around him.
Oh no, even last year when they had Trent Richardson in, they brought they had Ahmad Bradshaw and they ran Bradshaw and he was fine. They were moving the ball fine. He still threw for 5,000 yards, if not almost. He had 30+ touchdowns. I really do believe there's something wrong physically with Andrew.
I don't believe that at all.
I think there's no. I think he's hurt.
Well, didn't he say he was playing with broken ribs?
No, someone said he was playing with broken ribs. That was a complete.
Was fabrication.
Yeah, it was booty.
The bottom line is that there's the NFL. There are a lot of bad quarterbacks, and there are a lot of bad. Forget about starting quarterbacks. There's a lot of bad backup. You better have a good backup.
How about Geno Smith with 10 good fingers is being benched?
I know.
In favor of a quarterback that has all his working fingers. has only 9 fingers this
that's
week.
Just, the E.J. Manuel,
brutal.
Geno Smith, Mike Glennon, Matt Barkley, Landry Jones in the 2013. Jones, at least in Pittsburgh, got to play in a game as a backup when Ben Roethlisberger got hurt. Michael Vick got hurt, actually, because Roethlisberger got hurt. Then they went to Vick. Then Vick sucked and he got banged up, and they put Landry Jones in, and he won a game. But I don't know. See, I'm not closing the door on guys like Landry Jones or Jimmy Garoppolo or Brock Osweiler in Denver because they haven't had a chance to play yet.
No, but they could at least carve out a nice little backup role for themselves in the NFL for a little while. I don't think anyone's going to be a legit starter. I don't think any of them have the tools to be a legit starter.
But what happens if Peyton Manning is done at the end of the year and he quits?
Peyton Manning's been done at the beginning of the year.
No, but people keep saying that. They keep winning games.
They're not. You know why they're calling for Brock Osweiler? Because he's the other guy on the
Well, my
the
point is he's
the
heir apparent. So I don't know if he's going to play this year unless Peyton Manning gets hurt. The team's playing well. They're not going to bench Peyton Manning for Brock Osweiler. But I'm saying Brock Osweiler sitting there as the backup in Denver. Jimmy Garoppolo's the backup to Brady, and Landry Jones is the backup, to Ben Roethlisberger in Pittsburgh. Point is, those three guys who are drafted, we don't know whether they're good or not yet, and we may never know, depending on how long the guys in front of them play. That's the difference. Anyway, that's enough of the football. That's a lot of research here. This show has international flavor
You're
tonight.
damn right
It does,
man.
yeah.
By the way, we want to thank the Los Angeles Lakers, the New Orleans Pelicans, the New York Knicks, and your Philadelphia 76ers for getting out of the gate like
Staggering out of the
absolute dog meat that they are. And here's the worst part. The Lakers have Kobe Bryant.
It's an editorial.
The Lakers have Kobe Bryant, Julius Randle's back,
D'Angelo Russell,
and D'Angelo Russell.
And they stink on ice.
And they stink on ice.
Yes, as you would
And
say.
D'Angelo Russell has done the absolute worst possible thing you can do. And the 76ers were going to draft this guy, right? He was the guy everybody wanted him to take?
He was the one everyone
So he
liked.
goes to the Lakers, and who does he hook up with?
Who?
A stinking Kardashian.
No.
Which one?
The young one,
Whatever
Kendall.
one's left.
Kendall.
Oh, the
Kendall?
Jenner, one of the Jenner.
Is that her name? He
No,
hooked
she's
up
like
with
12.
one.
Yeah, I think she's like 12 or 13 years old.
No, who's the one he hooked up with? I saw
No,
this
it might
this week.
be. It might be Courtney.
No, Courtney's
Courtney's
back,
going
back with
between
Lamar.
James
she's
Harden
back
and
with him?
Lamar.
She's back
No. Chloe's back with Lamar.
Oh, Chloe's back with
Courtney's the one that broke up with the.
And
with
these
the, with
are the
other
days of
student.
our lives.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's Courtney. I'm sorry.
It's got to
not
be
the little-
Courtney.
It's not the
yeah,
little
because Jenner's
12-year-old.
like 12. Yeah.
No, the 12-year-old's hooked
people
up with
say
a
Although
rap.
she's already a Fachi Bhutan.
No, the little Kendall one's hooked up with a rap dude.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the dude's name?
Tigger.
What? And she's pregnant, right?
Wiz
well,
Khalifa. I can't
that's
keep
the
these
rumor.
guys. I
Yeah,
can't
don't
keep the Kardashians.
Young MC, I think.
I know one thing, and I don't care about interracial relationships, but the next time a Kardashian dates a white dude, that's news.
It's Kylie. It's
I mean,
Kylie. Kylie.
Kylie? Which one is she? Is she a Jenner?
Yeah, she's a Jenner.
Wait, she hooked up with the
Everybody over here is saying Kylie.
Ah, how
Kylie
about
Jenner
that?
is with D'Angelo Russell?
Yes.
What happened to Courtney?
Who cares?
I don't care about any of them, actually.
I don't know. I have
Seriously,
no idea.
and again, I don't care who people do, what they date.
But he's done now. His career's shot. He's.
D'Angelo Russell?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's finished.
Yeah, but is she taint enough to ruin his career like the Courtney, Chloe, and
well,
and
she was
Kim?
She was the least schivoso.
Does she
out
have
of all
enough
of them.
stank on her to ruin
Well,
a career at this
she
stage?
will. She's got plenty of time left.
Stank.
Stank. Bro, I got some stank on her, yo.
Jeez. Stank NATO.
Oh my God. They're so. They're just disgusting people, man.
They are.
I
But
agree.
that's our idols though nowadays.
You know, people that say, "Oh,
It's
yo,
sad.
who are
It
you to
is.
judge?"
Very sad.
We're all here to judge. Every
I'm
time you
not-
step out of your
exactly.
house, you're able to get judged.
Right.
If they don't want us to judge them, then stop putting
Get
your
off the
face
headlines.
out and stop going in front of the paparazzi and having
Right.
your mom pimp you out.
Exactly.
If you have your mom pimp you, you
Hell
are
no.
entitled to the ridicule that comes with it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
same as that clown in the Marlins jacket.
Right. Oh, that
He's
guy's
entitled
just-
too. That guy's looking for all
He's
that
a
guy's
stunad,
looking
that guy.
for. Okay, is a bunch of publicity and a bunch of attention. All right,
He's an old guy with a lot of money.
No, he's an old guy with a lot of money who
Was it
wears
Wayne
a
Huizenga?
bright orange.
Wayne
He wears a bright orange Marlins
Yeah.
jacket to sit behind home plate at other games that have nothing to do with the Marlins. Nothing. He's doing it because he's an attention media
Right, he has
whore.
your attention.
That's all he is.
So you're
That's all
talking
he is.
about
He's,
him.
no,
Listen.
if he's a fan and if he wants to watch the game or support another team, he can sit there and not have to wear a Marlins jacket. He wants everyone to know that I'm a Marlins fan and
Well,
I'm
he's the
here.
only one. Wouldn't you want to be known if you were the
I
only one who
guarantee
actually
you-
supported that?
He is the only
stinking
one.
I
team?
bet you he isn't even a Marlins fan. I bet he doesn't even go to the damn Marlins
Yes,
games.
he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. I read his whole story. He's from Miami. He's a Marlins fan. He's retired. He's got a lot of money, and he likes to travel to sporting events.
So why does he have to wear the Marlins jacket?
I don't know. Ask him. that
like-
bothers you more than the stinking Kardashians.
Wait, he lives in Miami and he's retired? This is breaking news.
No, it's just I'm just saying it's people like that who are out there obviously trying to get attention. If you
He
went
actually, no, he isn't trying to get attention.
Yes, he
they
is.
gave him attention because they see him at every
Okay.
event.
They gave him attention. So his bright orange jacket did nothing for the camera to keep.
But he's
staying
not
on.
calling news conferences to announce it afterwards. He doesn't have TMZ following
Did he
him
film
around.
a sex tape yet?
Tony,
with
He
a-
hasn't even
with a-
done a sex tape.
He hasn't with a Tampa Bay fan.
He got enough attention to have someone do a story on him.
Because
if he was just a fan, who cares?
Because when you see a fan that has the same jacket on at every event, whether it's the Marlins or any other team, you say, hey, why is that guy there with the Marlins jacket? Because it's a sidebar. We wouldn't have blogs. We wouldn't have the internet if it weren't for all these stupid little silly stories that are
Right, 'cause
sidebars.
there's nothing else
I
important
get that.
going on.
What I'm saying is though is that if he's such a baseball fan and he's such a he just wants to beat all these sporting events, he doesn't have to wear the Marlins jacket to draw attention to himself.
Is we still in America? Are we still in America?
No, we're not.
You're telling this guy he can't wear a stinking Marlins
I'm telling
jacket?
him he can wear it if he wants, and he's going to be subject
Are
to
you actually
ridicule.
going to tell all this little... Tony Luke Jr., our neighbor, who basically lives right across the hallway from us. Are we making that up?
No,
he lives.
I'm not going to give
literally,
the numbers, but he lives right across.
he lives literally 10 feet away from us, maybe 15.
Well, Click Clack Central lives right there across the way.
Exactly, and of course, James Russo, the actor, great actor James Russo, and Grant Shaw, who was on Murphy Brown and a lot of other things on Broadway, great actor too, for stopping by tonight. And for all you people listening on Mixlr, all the people who support our sponsors, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Tony Bruno Show, at Miss Robin Austin, you can follow her, at Luigi Curto22, at Joe Corrado, which is J Corrado. 19. No underscores, just J, the letter J, Corrado, 2 R's, 1 D, 19. And of course, the great videographer, the man who lives way, 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 way out there in Boyertown, Pennsylvania, in the middle of nowhere, where he likes it like that, with no city wage taxes or any of that other nonsense, or ridiculous property taxes. You can follow him at Tutvid, Tutvid, and check out all of his great work, too, on all of his properties, because he owns everything now, including this show. In the meantime, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, be careful out there, and we'll see you soon right here on the Tony Bruno Show podcast on Podcast One.